What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Box Mining. Check out my new studio. I am in Las Vegas trying to set up a camera here and getting a show out. So, what is this show going to be about? We're going to talk about the latest news hitting us today, which is the fact that Ethereum Classic is undergoing a 51% attack, which means that some victim is losing 460,000 US dollars of potential funds. I'm going to explain all what that means and how Ethereum is going to also deal with this. So not Ethereum Classic, but how Ethereum is also going to deal with this similar situation. And we're also going to talk, the last topic of today is going to talk about OTCs, because I think this is going to be a key pivotal role in deciding who is really getting into crypto and understanding the long-term health of the space. So we're going to look at two different reports coming in about what's happening on OTC trade volume and how that compares to what we see on exchanges and CoinMarketCap. So that's for today's news. Why am I here in Las Vegas? Because I'm checking out CES tomorrow. Ledger has invited me to check out their Ledger Nano X. So their new unit, it's got basically Bluetooth and a much larger screen with 100 apps support. Now, I get to ask all the cool questions tomorrow too about the device. So I think absolutely really important is about security. So if you guys have any questions about the new Ledger Nano X, leave a comment down in the section below. All right, let's start off with the markets first of all. And before we start, everything covered here is my personal opinion, not financial advice. Well, okay, so what's happening on markets? Well, apparently not much. Well, in terms of the last 24 hours, we have got Bitcoin really just dropping 1%, which is nothing. Crypto, Ethereum dropping 3%, but we're all the way up to $150 for ETH, which is a huge increment from what's happening in December when all the FUD was happening. It just seems like the crypto markets is, of course, as volatile as it's ever been. Of course, I think around Sunday, so let's just get the numbers and facts straight. Sunday Bitcoin, we actually saw Bitcoin actually moving up 5% all the way up to 4,000 again, which is pretty good news. Let me just check down on that and put that to 7 days. Yeah, the pump happened, Sunday morning. Seems like just on almost no news whatsoever, Bitcoin goes whoop, and then now we're kind of sitting steadily there. And it goes to show how unpredictable this market is. All right, the biggest news of the day is the Ethereum Classic 51% attack. And Ethereum Classic is not a small coin. It's a relatively big coin right now, top 17 on CoinMarketCap. And this attack means that someone is trying to steal $460,000 worth of Ethereum Classic, and they're trying to send it to someone and reverse that transaction. So how exactly is this happening, and what is a 51% attack? Who is reporting it? It seems to be first reported by Coinbase. So Coinbase sent out this report 6 hours ago. They detected this attack on the 5th of January. So they sent out all this evidence of this attack. So what does that mean? It means that attackers are potentially trying to send Ethereum Classic to a party, potentially an exchange, and are waiting for that deposit to be confirmed, waiting for them to be credited, and then suddenly reversing that transaction and changing history, and then by doing that, effectively stealing from the exchange. So how does that affect you, and how do I see this situation? Well, the situation is pretty easy to understand if you think of hash power as armor. So the more hash power a network has, and more hash power owned by parties that are legit, people who are trying to just protect the network and follow the rules, that's going to give you protection from hackers. Because if someone wants to do this kind of 51% attack, do reorganizations rather, they need to control more than 51% of the hash power. So in that case, Ethereum has 180 terahashes, and Ethereum Classic has much less. It only has 7 terahashes, and which is why Ethereum Classic is the easier victim here. It has less armor protecting it, essentially, if you consider hash power as armor. Now, in terms of what's going on, there's still a little bit of controversy whether it is a hacker doing this or it is the new ASICs. So there are new Ethereum-based ASICs out there, or ETH hash-based ASICs out there that mine a crazy fast amount. So if you look at it, the Lingzi ASIC is testing at 1,400 mega hashes. And if you know anything about hashing, well, the unit I have, the AMD RX 480 that I have, it only does 30. So this thing has like 2 extra zeros at the end, which is absolutely insane. So it's like 50 times faster. So it turns out to be the case that it might be either new manufacturers that have ASICs in their control and they might be just reorganizing and attacking for additional profit. It might be hackers renting hash power. But regardless, having small amounts of hash power on a coin is not good. But because there's also this risk of new ASICs coming through, I just searched this up. Ethereum team is actually green lighting and moving away from Ethash. So essentially, they're trying to render these new units, these new ASICs that could be owned by potential malicious parties. They're trying to render that obsolete by this move. So it seems to be the case that most of the Ethereum open source development members, they've agreed to move away. All the clients are being moved and patched for this new change in code, which is now called Prog POW. By changing the hashing algorithm, they essentially protected from these special ASICs. So next topic I want to talk about is OTC trading. This is actually quite interesting because recently we saw this article coming forth that Circle's OTC is seeing $24 billion of volume in 2018, which is quite a substantial amount. And we also see Dyer. So Dyer Research actually concluded, you know what? Institutional traders are using over-counter trading. So what exactly is happening and what the hell is OTC trading? Well, OTC trading is when you actually have a customer service manager. I think that's the easiest way to explain it. You're a large enough institution to have someone to watch over accounts, to actually match the trade that you have. Maybe it's a very, very bulk, large order, and match it directly with a buyer. And this is something that we have to be aware of because we're all interested about this institutional movement of money coming in. And it seems to be the case, and what they're reporting is that there is this shift towards OTC, and we're not directly seeing that, but it's actually happening. So it's kind of like shitty for us because we don't see that data, but also it does symbolize that there are people actually buying crypto right now in large quantities. All right, guys, so those are the topics I wanted to talk about today. This is quite a kind of like a test episode for me as well because I'm setting everything up in a different way. So I hope everything worked out for this video. Also, I'm going to check out the Ledger booth tomorrow. So if you guys have any questions for Ledger, especially concerning security, I'm going to book an interview with the CTO as well. Also, if you guys have any questions about CES or something that's you're going to see, I got like requests to see what's happening at the AMD booth because AMD is going to make a big announcement tomorrow. Hopefully, it actually matches the hype. I'm going to also bring this little gizmo here. I got the Osmo Pocket. So this is my weapon of choice tomorrow. It is this tiny kind of stabilized recorder. I'm super excited because then I don't have to carry much gear. So I'm going to take this, film around. So if you guys have anything you want to like check out, for me to check out, shoot them down, shoot me a comment down. And in terms of videos on this channel, we just released the anniversary Bitcoin 10-year anniversary video. It is the music video that I'm going to put a link up over here. And tomorrow I'm going to release a video talking about Dusk as well. So this is a privacy-built blockchain, and they're trying to use that to solve the issue about SDOs not actually having enough privacy. So for security token offerings, you actually need to protect the identity of the people, and they're using a blockchain to do so. So that's a video coming up tomorrow. So guys, hope you guys enjoy all the stuff, and see you tomorrow.